All right, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Bashab coming back at you with another lesson. Now, before I get started, I'm going to give all praises, glory, infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakwadash. Double honors to your apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect, and as well as those that believe in the gospel. And may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right. And, just pretty much lesson going to be kind of a lamb back, all right, from a different angle. All right. Because I was listening to the brother from out there in Gulf Coast, Bay St. Louis, brother Yatazah. Right. He did a very edifying lesson on leisure time, right, in which, these lessons come out, all right, different brothers doing, okay, some lessons hit your spirit differently, right? So, what's this sparked me pretty much to go into a lesson on just constantly being occupied in prophecy, all right, meditating in the scriptures, all right? Because, brothers deal with things, all right? Jake get kind of busy with doing things, but, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you operating in the spirit, okay? Meditating in the scriptures, meditating on the things, that's valuable to Yahweh Basham Al-Shai, all right? And I'm going to start off with, it's the word, all right, it's the word meditate, all right? It says to ponder, to think abstractly, engage in mental contemplation, all right? Which goes from the back formation from meditation, all right? Now it says, to think over, reflect, or consider, okay? And that's what we should be doing, man, day in, day out, all right? It shouldn't be a day where you don't think over, reflect, or consider the scriptures, all right? Or consider Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, keeping this truth first and foremost on the front of your mind, man. All right. Now I'm gonna go into the word meditation. All right, even though it kind of says the same thing, this one hit a little different. It says contemplation, devout preoccupation. All right, and we know according to Acts 10, all right, what that word devout goes into. Okay, one that fears the Most High. You see. So it says a devout preoccupation, a private devotion, a prayer. You see, this is what meditating is, man. All right. Now it says also thought, reflection, or study. You see, meditating on the scriptures is thinking about different scenarios that can play out in JT and second address and different things like that. Okay, that's just thoughts, man. That's still a form of meditation, you see. Reflection or studying, all right, you see. And just be searching the scriptures or studying the scriptures daily, man. All right, as the scripture said, Acts about the church of Berea, all right, something that the apostles always bring out and how diligent they were. Okay, why? Because this truth, all right, the truth of the scriptures was they were constantly meditating in them, all right. It was a constant reflection, all right. It was a constant thought, okay. It was a constant form of studying the scriptures, man. You see. Now it says also a thinking over, all right. You go over a breakdown, all right. You want to study it, okay. So you might be riding in your car, you might be sitting there just thinking over it, man. All right, thinking about it. You see. It says to meditate, to think over, reflect, or consider, all right, which is kind of all the same thing, all right. Back to discourse on the subject. That was pretty much the point, all right. That was a good one. It says continuous calm thought upon some subject, right? And we ought to have a continuous calm thought about the truth, all right. Meditating about the straight gate, all right. Just putting our mind, man, in the front. Putting this truth on the forefront. Salakia, kind of slipped over my words, right? So this is what we should be doing, okay? Day in, day out. It shouldn't go a day that you're not meditating in the scriptures, man. All right, which you talk to brothers, listen to lessons. That's a form of meditating in the scriptures, man. Because something spiritual is going to come out. All right, whether it's a conversation, whether it's a video you listen to, All right, but it all dates back, like the brother went into in his lesson. All right, about where's your leisure time, man. All right, because when you have free time, all right, to do something, the first thing you ought to do is do what? Read, all right, study, all right. You want to not get it out the way, but you want to get it done, man. All right, day in, day out. All right, you want to get that done. You see, that should be a daily checklist. All right, or doing a lesson. You see, that's a form of meditation, man. Because why? You have a continuous calm thought upon some subject, right? You have a lesson is going into a particular subject, you see? And as you're speaking about it, all right, breaking scriptures down, it's a continuous thing, man. You see? So you gotta constantly keep your mind occupied in prophecy, all right? Keep your mind meditating in the scriptures, all right? Because this is what ultimately we find rest from the world, okay? As a brother Cabal like to go into, you see? Now, I think I'm gonna start with Joshua 1, right? Now this is the book of Joshua, okay, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, the book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. You see? Reflect, consider, study, read, all right? Giving your time to the Most High, man. It's a form of sacrifice, okay? The things that you could be doing, all right, you're taking your time out to make sure you get the work done for the Lord, all right? Now it says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. You see? And that's the point, man. All right, meditating in day and night. All right, observing. All right, taking heed to the different accounts, okay? The things that's going on in the scriptures, okay? So we can, as the scripture say in Romans, all right, the things that's written aforetime, written for our learning. Okay, but how can we learn these things if we not meditating, all right, and using our leisure time to study the scriptures, man, all right? And you know, it goes into all different forms of the things, you know, that I mentioned. You see? It says, for then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. You see? This is what's going to deliver us in the times to come. All right, the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, as it says in Isaiah 33, that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. All right. Now, jump to the book of Sirach. Sirach 39:1. All right, now this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 1. It says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. You see? So when you are constantly searching the scriptures, constantly learning, all right, getting built up, getting your faith built up, all right, it says you're going to seek out all the wisdom of the ancient, man. You're going to want to know majority of the things. Is you're going to have a mentality to not have how can I say this? You want to have the mentality of not being able to be told anything by someone that's outside of this truth about the truth. You see? Why? Because you know the truth. You see? The wisdom of all the ancient, man. All right, cleaving until, you know, different brothers, all right, elders, whatever it may be, getting all the wisdom that you can. All right. And it says, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences, and be conversant in dark parables. All right, knowing the heavy breakdowns of the scriptures. All right. And yeah, you know, that's good. All right, the Lord open your eyes and ears to understand it. Okay, but you know, a lot of things that we deal with, that's heavy, that's dark parables, is milk, man. Okay, it's milk to us, but it's not. It's dark parables to the world, man. All right, simple things is, you know, Yahushua was born through sex. All right, things like that is stumbling blocks to the world, man. Okay, it's a dark parable to the world. All right, but when you seek out the ancient, All right, you occupied in prophecy is things that you're able to do, things that you're able to break down with grace. You see? Why? Because you're constantly in a state of reflection, thought, okay, and study. All right. Now, I'm not saying, yes, brothers have downtime. All right, where you go out, you take your woman out, whatever, whatnot. All right. But all right, so let's not be over righteous, okay? But I'm saying that it has to be some point in your day, every day, where you have to meditate in the scriptures, man. You see? You have to meditate in the scriptures in order to do what? Grow, okay? Because we have to be constantly growing in this truth, you see? And this lesson, it applies to myself first and foremost, We're not perfect, all right? We, venture off and do things, all right? Sometimes we're not giving the Lord enough time, okay? But it's all about examining yourself too, man. You examine yourself and observe that, hey, I could be doing more of this. All right, you start to do more, okay? You start to say, man, I'm tripping or I'm bugged out. Let me, stop doing this. Let me make sure I do some reading, I do some studying, all right? You should never be too busy to give Yahweh Bashim Yahushua some time, man, all right? Now, let's go into Psalms. All right, couple more precepts and I'll end it off. Okay. Psalms 1, was it? I think, yep, Psalms 1:1. It says, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. You see that word meditate go again. All right, day and night, which goes in a constant. All right, not forgetting. You see, and he shall be like a tree planted by rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. You see, going into you growing, man. If a tree is being planted by rivers of water, okay, it's gonna be what plenteous, man. All right. When it's time for the fruits to grow and ripen, they're going to be perfect, you see? Why? Because, and this is an analogy, all right, of you doing what you're supposed to do and the Lord ultimately giving you the increase, man. It says, and his leaf also shall not wither, So you won't fade and, wax worse. You're going to get better and wax better, man. All right? And that's how you're going to prosper, you see? Giving your mind, all right, occupying your mind in this truth, man. All right. And I already listed, majority of the things that, you should be doing throughout the day, whenever you have downtime or leisure time. You see? And, brothers, do it when they exhausted, just to make sure that they're putting up some spiritual currencies, man, 1 Timothy 4. Verse 11, right? Now it says, these things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, in exhortation, and to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that was given. Shalaki, neglect not the gift that is with thee, that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery, all right, which is another word for an elder, right? But verse 15, it says, meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. All right, what's that ultimate profit? That profiting gonna be salvation, man. All right, being saved from the hand of our enemies, you see? And these are things is a commandment down there, all right? That we give attendance to reading, exhortation, and the doctrine, studying, all right? Which is all a part of what? Meditating, man. Meditating in the scriptures, okay? I'll read 16. It says, take heed unto thyself and to the doctrine, continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Preaching the gospel, man. Doing the works, the will of Yahweh Bashim Rashad. All right. Putting up these video epistles, all right, and edifying, exhorting the hopeful elect, man. You know? And this is what the majority of our leisure time is put into. All right, casting all our eggs in this basket, you see? Not being too caught up in the affairs of this life, being too caught up in the world and having too much business, man, you know? But I ended out in that Sirach 14, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Okay, this Sirach chapter 14, verse 20, it says, blessed is the man that do meditate good things and wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. I can start up. I can read down too. Yeah, I'm not going to get all that, but, you know, that's the point. Blessed is the man that do meditate good things and wisdom, all right? It's ultimately a gift and a blessing that you're actually to sit down every day and make sure that you do the work of the Lord, man. You see? But, you know, that was pretty much the point, all right? You know, making sure, you know, it's a self-check, all right? And as well as to other Akim, whoever it may apply to, all right, the believers, all right, to continuously set time apart for the Lord, all right? Making sure you're meditating, occupying yourself in prophecy and meditating in the scriptures, man. All right? So, Adawan Watazada.